Hello and welcome to this week's Energy Updates news, powered by Enenco. Following last week's budget, some commentators have observed what they call perverse circular logic in the Chancellor's use of tax on oil companies to subsidise our car use. On one hand, it may worsen energy security, especially as Shell warned in a recent report that we are now entering a zone of uncertainty. But on the other hand, the tax makes short-term political sense. This comes at a time when technology we are looking at for long-term energy security has been questioned. Deputy Prime Minister Nick Clegg has said the UK could join a raft of countries debating whether to turn their backs on nuclear power in the wake of the Fukushima nuclear disaster in Japan. Not only does this raise energy security issues, but it also has the possibility of becoming a wedge issue in the government. As the Lib Dems have always put provisions on nuclear power, it has to be safe and the taxpayer must not get ripped off. Fukushima has called both these into question. The safety element is obvious, and the uncertainty of nuclear may require public subsidy to cover the increased liabilities. According to provisional figures released from DEC this week, the UK's greenhouse gas emissions rose by 3.8% last year. The data release shows that this is an increase on 2009 figures, when we saw large falls in emissions due to the recession hitting industry and energy use. The rise in emissions in 2010 can be attributed to domestic gas use as the UK was hit by the coldest winter in decades. Perhaps the upside of the government cuts means forced efficiency gains, which should result in this year's emissions being down, aiding us to hit our carbon targets. That's all we have time for this week, but we'd love to hear your thoughts on this week's stories and any other issues facing the energy sector. So for now, thank you and goodbye.